I pray you're enjoying this topic on time management. Now we're going to get into what the enemy don't like. If you're ready to hear that, stay tuned. Oh, welcome back to Women 31 Podcast. Listen, this is Latoya, your host, and I'm so excited to dive into this topic. If you are new to Women 31, welcome. Thank you so much for stopping by. Look, you can check out our information, sign our, subscribe to our mailing list. There's so much stuff going on, and I'm super excited. We just finished the book of Revelation, and we are in the summer, so this is amazing. So welcome. If you're returning, thank you so much for joining. Share this. I always forget to tell people to share these teachings if they're blessing you. Quick note too, we have a new teaching that is now available on our website. It is a 2-part teaching, audio teaching on prophets, and it's completely different from what you're used to hearing. But if you're interested in that, feel free to visit our website at woman31ministries.com. So, see, this is why I end up forgetting all this stuff. But today I wanted to talk about why Satan wants your time. Because that's what he wants. He wants a lot of things, of course, your soul, duh. But he wants your time. And there's a lot of reasons why he wants your time. The main one is so that he can distract you and remove you from the truth. Because if you're spending if you're spending your time just being idle or getting distracted on other things or focusing on lies, then you're going to move away from the truth. And you find the truth in the Word. You find the truth from having a relationship with God, with the Lord, with Father, Heavenly Father. You build that relationship. And usually, if you know anything about how relationships work, the more that you build a relationship with anybody, the more that you begin to trust them. Or you don't trust them, and then you shouldn't really be building relationships with them. But if you're building relationships with people, they're healthy relationships, and you're building that, and that takes time, and that takes commitment, and that takes you really understanding who they are, then you begin to develop trust. And my mentor said it best. In order to, and I'm paraphrasing like I do, but in order to know the truth, you have to first remove the lie. You can't have a lie as your foundation and then you know truth, because it's going to cave in. You have to have a steady foundation. So you have to remove the lies that you were told in your life about yourself, about your future, about the Lord. You have to remove those lies, and then you have to then put the truth in there to build that strong foundation. Well, if your time is being wasted on endlessly scrolling on social media boulevard, watching heavily amounts of television, just sitting there not doing anything or sleeping all the time, then hey, that means that you're less likely to go and pursue your dreams. That means you're less likely to follow and walk in your purpose. That means you're less likely to cultivate the truth. And so that's why I see a lot of people, usually I can connect it, those people that are idle or whatever, they have fear, or they don't operate in faith where they trust in the Lord, or they have a lot of doubt. And there are times where you're going to have doubts about certain things, but I mean, like, they stay there, and I can usually pinpoint it because they spend a lot of idle time cultivating the lie. And the enemy wants you to do that. Let me see. I'm going to get this. Hebrews 9:27. I just wanted to get my tablet so that I could read 9:27. where it says, and as it is appointed for man to die once, but after this, the judgment. And why is that important? Because if you go to Revelation 21:8, it talks about the second death. You don't want to die twice. Okay? And so the main thing is the enemy wants you to have idle time because he knows that it's appointed to everyone to want to eventually die. We're all going to go back to the dust. So if he can keep you distracted and have you to waste your time by not effectively having time management, and you'll eventually go back to the dirt and pass away like everyone will do, then he's won. Because you will have died in a lie. And sometimes you'll die in a lie. And I'm not saying to you personally, whoever's listening, but I'm saying just in general, someone will die in a lie and will be saved and will go to heaven. But they would have wasted so much time. They would have been in so much torment on earth. Lack of joy, like the fruits of the Spirit. They would just be in disarray and confusion. And the enemy wants that. He wants you to be in confusion. He wants you to be in disarray. He wants you to be in disappointment. You're going to have disappointments. You're going to be sometimes, all over the place. May be a little bit confused about some things. But you don't want to ever stay there. You never want to stay there. You definitely don't want to do the second death. Okay, I'm just telling you right now. So Satan wants your time because he's narcissistic. Sometimes I'm not really on social media like that, but sometimes I'll be on YouTube a little bit too much. I love watching how-tos and cooking stuff and then once you watch that and funny stuff and the kids laughing and I just like stuff like that. What happens is you end up scrolling endlessly and you would have wasted so much time. And I have to always reassess myself and get back on track. We talked about this. I have to reset and refocus too. Wait a minute, I'm on here too much. And I've developed a discipline where I don't have to delete an app off my phone. If that's what it takes for you, do that. But I could literally just be like, I'm not going to do it. And mind over matter, controlling my flesh, crucifying my flesh, and then I won't do it. Thank God. But if you are the type where you need to delete certain things, apps, or maybe not talk to people on the phone for long periods of time for a season, do what you need to do. But make use of the time effectively that God has given you. Especially being that it is summertime. And I understand you need a break, you need a vacation. There's nothing wrong with that. I just came from off of one. There is absolutely nothing wrong with that. Having a vacation. You need to rest. You need to recoup. So I'm not talking about that. What I'm talking about is always going back to having a lifestyle. How is your lifestyle? What are you doing? Did you grow from last year? We're in the middle of the year already. Do you see how fast this year has gone? Literally. I was looking at my goals earlier because I was like, oh my gosh, I've been really need to reset myself. I'm like, I haven't done this goal on the secular side. I've done I'm on track with my ministry goals, but I have other things that I do. And I was looking at that a while ago. We're in the middle of the year. Time is flying. Make use of the time. Redeem the time. And cultivate that relationship more than ever. Because the enemy wants your soul. The enemy wants your time. Because he doesn't value time. Because he's in forever darkness. So, I don't know. I just wanted to share that. I pray this is a blessing for you. Share this. Visit the website. Stay committed to Christ. Be balanced. Stay focused. Bless you.